during the interview, by the way, updates on the George Zinn situation. I have to look this up. I have to look this quote up. If it's actually from a fucking article, that is the most insane thing. Oh my God. Remember that one guy who was like, I did it and I'll do it again. Kill me. His name is George Zinn. He's like a known kook on campus. Okay. He's like a known crazy person. The first person that they apprehended, the first person that they focused on while the shooter was fleeing. Okay. Well, it turns out the insanity doesn't end there. The man who was arrested at the scene shortly following the assassination of conservative activist Charlie Kirk tried to help the suspected shooter escape by faking a confession, authorities announced Tuesday. Shortly after Kirk was shot and killed at Utah Valley University, George Zinn, 71, yelled that he shot the conservative activist, according to Utah County Sheriff's Office. Zinn was then taken into custody by Utah Valley University police, but was not cooperative with the authorities and did not want to talk to investigators. He was eventually released. Zinn began to have a medical issue and was transported to a local hospital, Utah County Sheriff's Office said in a news release Tuesday. While at the hospital, Zinn did freely state that he was not the shooter, but yelled he was to hinder law enforcement response. During the interview, the agents asked to look at Zinn's phone, and Zinn agreed to let them. Listen to this part. Zinn told the agents that he uses his phone to view and abuse child sexual abuse material, and there may be some images on his phone, law enforcement said. Those agents did see several images on the phone of prepubescent girls scantily dressed. What the fuck? Zinn was one of the two people law enforcement detained Wednesday after the killing of Kirk. Neither were involved in a deadly shooting. I don't know what to fucking say. What the fuck is going on? I've never heard someone behave like this. It was already strange that this motherfucker was like, I did it. Arrest me. Kill me. Okay. And then when arrested, he was like, I did that so that you would let the shooter get away. And then after that, he was like, you know, talking about how he has CSAM on his phone, bro. What kind of timing are motherfuckers at Utah on? Nah, this article goes into more insane shit. Salt Lake Tribune. Older man arrested after Charlie Kirk shooting had child sex abuse material on his phone, investigators say. George Zinn, 71, told authorities he yelled that he was the shooter to allow the actual suspect to flee. What more insane things could there be? I actually don't know what is more insane than telling law enforcement that, like, you have CSAM on your phone. I genuinely don't know what could be more insane. Zinn also shared the images with other individuals. Zinn was released from the hospital on Monday and was then taken to Utah County Jail, where he's currently being held under suspicion of felony obstruction of justice and 4 counts of felony sexual exploitation of minor, according to arrest documents. He has not been formally charged. There is no information that Zinn actually colluded with the shooter at this time, investigators said. Video of Zinn's arrest spread quickly on social media. How dare you, one spectator yelled repeatedly. Near the end of the video, one uniformed officer could be heard saying, he said he shot him, but I don't know. Zinn has been a Utah gadfly, regularly attending protests, Republican political functions, and film screenings. He's been arrested multiple times, typically on suspicion of misdemeanors, often trespassing. In 2013, he was charged in connection with threatening to place bombs at Salt Lake City Marathon finish line. Zinn took a plea deal and received a sentence on probation, but was ultimately ordered to jail for 1 year with credit for time served after not meeting the conditions of his probation. I don't know if I would call that a gadfly, bro. I don't know what I would call that, but gadfly I feel like is like quite the interesting. I mean, it's just like not indicative of the menace, maybe? Psycho? Pedophile? Clearly. Like, I just don't understand it. Public menace, Mormon menace.